Perhaps because she is a fairly introverted single woman, people are always making out like Eleanor Oliphant is some kind of victim, a shrewish person that they don't really want to spend any time around. But this suits Eleanor completely fine. She's happy to spend her lunches alone, happy to go home to her houseplant, and fairly happy with her relatively friendless life. She did recently have the opportunity to go to a musical show, and the singer up on the stage struck her with sudden certainty that he would become the love of her life. She was thrilled to be able to fill in her mother on the details the next Wednesday night when her mother was allowed to call, and she quickly put in action a plot to bump into this singer so that he could begin to fall in love with her and woo her. I don't really think there's anything unusual about her life, but if you see some reasons, possibly, that Eleanor Oliphant is not completely fine, you should come to the Kingsport Public Library's virtual book club on June 25th at 6 p.m. You can check it out over at the library's Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Bridget, and I work in the Youth Service Department as a teen librarian. Today, I'm reviewing Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. In this book, Jenny Lawson explores her lifelong battle with mental illness. It's a hysterical, ridiculous book about crippling depression and anxiety. That sounds like a terrible idea. But terrible ideas are what Jenny does best. As Jenny says, some people might think that being furiously happy is just an excuse to be stupid and irresponsible and invite a herd of kangaroos over to your house without telling your husband first because you suspect he would say no, as he's never particularly liked kangaroos. And that would be ridiculous because no one would invite a herd of kangaroos into their house. 2 is the limit. I speak from personal experience. My husband says that none is the new limit. I say he should have been clearer about that before I rented all those kangaroos. This is a book about embracing everything that makes us who we are, the beautiful and the flawed, and then using it to find joy in fantastic and outrageous ways. Because as Jenny Mom says, maybe crazy isn't so bad after all. Sometimes crazy is just right. This is a hilarious book about mental illness, which may sound like an oxymoron, but it works. Lawson narrates the audio, and I highly recommend listening to it, as she's a fantastic narrator, and you have all of her flexion and pauses in it that she intends. It's one of the funniest books I've ever read, and if you happen to enjoy it, the author has another book, Let's Pretend This Never Happens, and she runs a blog at theblogess.com that is always full of hilarity.
Hi, my name is Kendra Jones, and I work in the Youth Services Department of the Kingsport Public Library. Well, today I want to tell you about this book, The Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. We meet the main character, who is Sloane, and Sloane Monroe is just having trouble getting her life together. Understandably so, because she has lost her love of her life 2 years ago to a tragic motorcycle accident. Well, she's driving down the road, and a dog appears in the middle of the road, so she slams on the brakes, fearing that she has done the unthinkable, when all of a sudden the dog appears on the hood of her car, and then jumps through the sunroof. Well, this book had me hooked right away, because 1, I love dogs, and 2, I love a good romance. So if you like both of those, then you will thoroughly enjoy this romantic comedy, as I would call it. You will follow Sloane alone as she's trying to piece her life back together, and just can't quite do that till she meets the mystery man. Well, I won't ruin it for you, but this man is not all that he appears to be, and Sloane falls madly and hopelessly in love with him. But does he love her back? Or is he really what he appears to be? Is he a genuine person? Or is he someone totally different than that? I think you will thoroughly enjoy this book, The Happy Ever After Playlist, and the Clue playlist might have something to do with music. You can check this out through our curbside service at kingsportpubliclibrary.org. See you next time.